Convenient and easy to use, IC cards can be a great tool to help make your trip to Japan an even smoother one. But what are IC cards? IC cards, or integrated circuit cards, are rechargeable cards that can be used to pay fares on public transportation, as well as make payments at shops, restaurants, and vending machines all over Japan. There are dozens of local IC cards across the country, and 10 of them can be used interchangeably nationwide. Most relevant to international tourists are Suica and Pasmo, which can be purchased in the Tokyo area, and Ikoka, which is available around Osaka and Kyoto. With one of these 10 IC cards, you can ride on virtually all trains, subways, and buses in most of Japan's major cities, including Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Nagoya, Fukuoka, and Sapporo. However, there are a few issues to keep in mind. First of all, you cannot travel outside IC card areas. Both your departure station and the destination station need to be located inside the IC card area. You cannot use an IC card to travel between most disjoint IC card areas. For example, you cannot travel between Kanazawa and Niigata, or between Hiroshima and Fukuoka. You cannot use IC cards on shinkansen trains unless you specially set up the card for it. More about this later in the video. Finally, when riding limited express trains that require a supplement fee, you can pay the base fare with the IC card when passing through the ticket gates, but the supplement ticket needs to be purchased separately. Now that we know a little bit more about what IC cards are, let's talk about how to use them. IC cards can be purchased at ticket machines and ticket counters of the issuing railway companies. For example, Suica can be purchased at JR stations in eastern Japan. The initial cost consists of a 500 yen refundable deposit plus an initial amount to be charged onto the card, which is usually 1,500 yen. If you need to recharge your card, simply do so at a ticket machine or a special recharging machine found in strategically meaningful locations. Many convenience stores also allow IC cards to be recharged at the cashier. Note that any of the 10 nationwide IC cards can be recharged anywhere in Japan. For example, it is possible to recharge a Suica card in Osaka. If you plan to return the card and get your refundable deposit back, simply do so by bringing it back to the ticket counter of the issuing operator. Unused credit can also be refunded, minus a handling fee. It is important to keep in mind that the IC cards can be returned only to the issuing company. So for example, Suica cards have to be returned at JR stations in eastern Japan and cannot be returned in Osaka. IC cards become invalid if they are not used for 10 years. Therefore, you can keep it in case you are planning to come back to Japan. Mobile versions of these cards make them even more convenient. If you have an iPhone 8 or a later model, you can set it up to serve as Suica, Pasmo, and Ikoka cards by adding the cards to Apple Pay. Most Android phones sold outside of Japan, however, are currently not set up to work as mobile IC cards. Welcome Suica is a special version of Suica, which is available only to international tourists. It differs from the regular card in that it requires no 500 yen deposit. On the other hand, the card becomes invalid after 4 weeks and does not allow for refunds of the remaining balance. This removes the need for tourists to go through the refund process at the end of their stay, but attention needs to be paid to using up the balance by the end of the trip. Kansai One Pass is a special version of Ikoka, also available only to international tourists. Unlike Welcome Suica, it behaves like a regular IC card with a deposit fee and no 4-week expiry period. The added benefit of the Kansai One Pass are discounts offered to cardholders at selected tourist attractions and services. These special IC cards are available at selected stations frequented by international tourists. As mentioned before, IC cards cannot be used on Shinkansen trains without some additional setup. There are currently 3 systems that allow you to use IC cards for riding the Shinkansen. The Tokaido Sanyo Kyushu Shinkansen online reservation website allows travelers to register their IC cards and a credit card and buy tickets for rides on Shinkansen trains between Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyushu. Registered IC cards can then be used to pass through the ticket gates, but note that the fare is subtracted from the registered credit card rather than from the IC card's balance. A very similar system is offered in Eastern Japan through the JR East online reservation website, which allows IC cards to be used in combination with a registered credit card on Shinkansen trains from Tokyo to Kanazawa, Niigata, and Northern Japan. Alternatively, Shinkansen trains in Eastern Japan can also be used with non-reserved seats through the Touch to Go system, with the fare being subtracted from the card's balance. So there you have it, all the basic things to know about IC cards. Check out the link in the description of this video for more details on the subject. We hope this video helped make your future trip an even easier one. For more information or to watch another video, click the links on the screen now or head over to japanguide.com, your comprehensive, up-to-date travel guide first-hand from Japan. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell for more videos about Japan. Happy travels!